have my shirt on backwards. Oh, now it's inside out. At least it's not backwards, though. Anyway, I haven't been online in God, over a month, I believe. You're going to hear lawn guys. I'm not sure where they are, but they're very active. I'm living now out in suburbia. I think they're right outside the garage door. I'm living in a very suburban neighborhood, very clean suburban neighborhood. So things have changed a lot, but people love their lawns. So you're going to hear a lot of activity. Anyway, back in November, I fell and smacked my neck right here, and it still is very, very painful. I'm going to physical therapy for it. I have nonstop, constant headaches. And it's caused a lot of issues. In fact, speaking hurts my head and my neck a lot, but that's just the way it is. So November 15th I fell. December 15th I had to move, and I moved into a friend's apartment until like a week or two later. Then we moved here, and so I'm sharing a house with my best friend here in Sarasota, and it's working out pretty well. His cat, all of his cats like my cat, so that's an issue. But for the most part, it's working out really well. So as you can hear, things have changed tremendously for me. I'm living in a very clean house. No cockroaches for the first time in a long time. No rats, no mice. We have heat that works when we need it, air conditioning that works when we need it. I've got light, not a lot of light in this room because I'm in the garage. This is now going to be my studio, but plenty of light in all the living spaces, huge windows. So it's changed a lot since I left Cape Cod and then Providence, the Providence area around Rhode Island and Virginia. I don't have space heaters out here. I'm like, it's so different for me that I keep cleaning because I'm not used to, I just like, oh my God, I like this so much and I want to respect it so much that I keep cleaning. So anyway, it's been November, December 15th, I think, since I've been online, before December 15th. And here we are. So what I'm doing right now is saying hello and testing our Wi-Fi. We don't have internet yet. We probably won't for a while longer because this costs a lot of money to get in here. But so I'm testing out my hotspot and seeing how that's working. And that's how I got on YouTube today. Yeah, that's kind of it. Behind me, you will see the never-ending projects of making a way out of no way, the two-panel piece I started over a year ago and still don't have done. On the other side, you see half of Maggie, a project I started working on months and months ago. I've got Lauren Mitchell over here. I've now poked a hole in Alopecia, this portrait I started months ago. And I have all these projects that built up and have been sitting aside, and I'm trying really hard from April to December to get something accomplished. I did get a lot accomplished. I did get some accomplished, but not as much as I want. But I'm here now, so we're going to try and finish this up and start new painting projects. But on top of the painting projects, I actually have a really cool space to draw in. I haven't shown a lot about the drawings that I do, but I've talked about them. I have a set of children's books I've been working on for over 12 years now. And they've always been a little staticky. Like the beginning wasn't quite right, and a couple bits of it just didn't tie together well. Well, I set up my bedroom where I have a drawing space, and it's all white walls, which I love. It's very, very clean. There's not a lot of stuff. I hate stuff. But I've been able to figure out the beginning of each and every book. I have now 8 books that I've reorganized, I've rewritten, and I'm now re-illustrating. I have 5 of them that have solid illustrations, 5 books that have solid illustrations underway, and a brand new book. So I've got 8 books. And I'm really excited about that, because at night when because I really haven't had the space until today to paint or the time, I've been drawing. and drawing these children's books, and they're called Stories from Scootertown. Stories from Scootertown. And I'm really excited. This place with its new space, has provided all new opportunities for me. And that's something I wanted to touch on. I am out in suburbia, and I am in Sarasota, which is considered an art city, but it's really not. And I hear from people almost every day who are like, I don't know what, I'm really frustrated and I'm despondent and I don't know what to do because there's no place to show. And I know the feeling well. I've lived in cities where, you can do a pop-up show and it's no big deal. It's not a big issue. You can do it. There's always a place where, you can put together a pop-up show for little to no money. Or there's galleries, or there's open calls. And I looked up Florida in 2017 for open calls in art. There were three, sorry. One for acrylic painters only, which I'm not. I do multimedia, and with a focus on aerosol and oil. And I'm not an acrylic painter. I don't like acrylic paint. I have no affinity for it. I have no passion for it. I find it really offensive. To me, it just feels amateurish when I do it. There's other artists I know who make it look like oils. I don't know how. I don't care. I'm going to focus on what I love, which is oil on aerosol and oil craft and Stories from Scootertown. So that was one, the acrylic painters only, and then two other ones. There was a show in Naples I had to apply for through cafe entry thing, cafe something or other that I use. And I found out the day that it was closing, and I tried desperately to apply, and something kept going wrong, and then finally I just gave up. It wouldn't take my debit card, like there was an issue. There was just some ridiculous issue. And so I didn't get into the one in Naples. That leaves one more, and no, I'm not holding up my middle finger. There's one more, and it's next month somewhere. And that's it for Florida. 3 open calls in the entire state, except for like a couple of little community things, which I don't want to do. I don't want to do. I don't want to feel like I'm going backwards. I've kind of reached a certain level where I should be able to apply. I should be able to apply to galleries and get in. I should be able to apply to higher open calls and get in. I should. And it doesn't always work out that way, but I should. So I don't want to go back to doing just community stuff. That was fine when I was beginning and getting my footing, but at this point we got to go a little bit higher. Plus I have bigger goals. But anyway, that's where we are. And there was something, I can't remember where I was going with this. I keep expecting YouTube to cut out, so I'm not very focused. And the open calls. Oh, I know what it was. So I understand what it feels like, what it is like to feel isolated and to not have a lot of opportunities physically around you. I mean, really what we should be able to do to get where I want to be, I should be showing. Going to every opportunity that's open. I don't really want to go to every opportunity, especially if there are several steps. I don't mean to be rude, but backwards. If they're taking me back to 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, or 5 years ago, in the process and in my thinking. I want to keep moving forward and reaching higher. So I've been very upset over that and feeling very isolated. And here's the leaf blower, wherever he is. But then I realized, oh my God, online. Because this is where I reach the most people. This is where all of us reach the most people, is online. Through Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, which I don't like, but some people use Snapchat, YouTube. I have a very dedicated audience on YouTube. A smaller audience, but a dedicated audience on YouTube. So I'm going to stick with that. If there aren't any opportunities around me, and I can't build opportunities through doing pop-up shows, because this is somewhat of an elitist community, and the rents are very, very high, and there is no place to be like the underdog. There really isn't that type. It's not that type of place, like many of you have expressed to me. then I'll do it online. Make the opportunities online. Just keep working at it. That's it. Just keep working on different angles and different ways that you can. Anyway, now that I know YouTube is working through our... Oh my God. Okay, now that... I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, now that I know I can get YouTube to work through a hotspot, I'll hopefully be able to do some videos. Like I said, today is my first day getting this really cleaned up. Where is it? That's the laundry room. This is the garage. That's what you're seeing. But now that I'm finally getting the garage set up to be my new studio, and I've got some lamps, and I'm putting up lights, and I know I can raise the garage door and get even better lighting, I'm going to start working at this again, working on YouTube again. And hopefully I'll show you sketches from stories from Scooter Town. Oh, I knew what I had to say. In all of this, between my fall and the moves, I completely forgot to pay my website bill. So my domain was taken away. The website is still up. It's through Wix. If you can't remember anything else, it's Beck Lane Artist on Wix. But they took down becklaneartist.com, or they removed my domain name, becklaneartist.com. I've re-upped. I'm now becklaneartist.me. becklaneartist.me. That's how you find me now. So I've got to go online, I'm going to go to the library, go into Pinterest, redo all my website links, because my head got lost in holiday and accident stuff. Anyway, that's where we are. I hope everyone's well. It's 2018. Let's keep working towards our future and what we want, and do our best work and all of that stuff. Okay? Ciao. And gotta find the button. Pew, pew.